Well, we left the plains of Nebraska. It was definitely summertime as we headed out of there. It was after the eclipse and getting on towards Labor Day as we wandered up into the northwest corner of Wyoming. One of the things that I don't want to say difficult, but does present some issues sometimes is that we're not familiar with a lot of these areas that we're going into, and finding a decent place to stay can be hard. Free places tend to be rough to get into with an RV as big as ours is, even though as a Class A it's a pretty normal size, but some of the BLM locations and that kind of thing are a little difficult to get into. The other thing that comes into play is if you're not staying out in the middle of nowhere, trying to find a place over holiday weekends is a pain in the ass. We don't do a lot of reservations. We just show up. And so we've gotten pretty good at it, though, in that we find places that don't have hookups, and that eliminates a bunch of the crowding. Because, usually we don't care. Once in a while, Terry wants to do laundry or something without worrying about filling up a tank, the gray water tank, and we'll get hookups for a couple days. But this was one of those cases as we wandered up through Wyoming, and I'd fly fish different places along the way. But we ended up near Cody, Wyoming, and decided that we would hide out there until the Labor Day weekend was finished. And so we stayed for about a week at the Buffalo Bill Reservoir just outside of Cody. And it was great. There were hardly anybody there except when the holiday weekend came. There were a few more people, but there were always spaces available, so it was never crowded. We hid out there. I fished in the river. I've forgotten the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But it was a good time. Nice place to hide out. Let the crowds from the holiday go, because this was just east of Yellowstone, and we weren't going to Yellowstone. We were going to head up to Glacier once we got done here. But anyway, it turned out to be a great place to stay. Very inexpensive. I think it was $15 a night or something like that. So as campsites go, that's a pretty reasonable fee in an area as popular as the Yellowstone area is. And anyway, we enjoyed the stay there. I would recommend Cody as a stop for anybody in that area.